Let's learn how to solve systems of rational equations, and we'll take a look at the graphs and see what they look like. In this case, we can form an equation by setting these equal to each other. It's basically substitution that we're doing. So I'm going to take this and put it here. So then I have the equation 2 over x minus 4 is equal to x minus 5. So we can solve this equation to find the x values. The one thing to keep in mind when you're solving a system as compared with simply solving an equation is we're not just looking for x values. We have x's and y's. So in the end, we're going to have ordered pairs, like for example, -3, 2, or something like that. We'll have x's and y's when you have a system like this. Okay, so that's the big thing to watch out for. So anyway, in order to solve this, one way to do it is to form like denominators, and then you can cancel those denominators out. That's going to be easy in this case because this has no denominator, well, denominator 1. So that means I can really make it be whatever I want. So I see denominator x minus 4, so I'm going to put an x minus 4 in this denominator, which I can do as long as I also put a factor of x minus 4 in the numerator. Once you have like denominators, you can cancel those denominators out. So what you have now is 2 equals whatever this is. So I'm going to go ahead and double distribute and multiply this out. So x times x is x squared. X times -4, that's -4x. -5 times x is -5x. And -5 times -4 is +20. So that means I have 2 equals x squared minus 9x plus 20. Let's get 0 on one side, so I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides. So that'll give me 0 is equal to x squared minus 9x plus 18. Now hopefully this will factor. Alright, I'm just going to move this 0 over here. It makes me feel better. So let's try to factor this. X squared will be x times x. 18, among other things. So when I look at 18, I think it could either be 3 times 6, or it could be 2 times 9, or 1 times 18. Alright, am I missing anything? In this case, considering that I want the middle to be -9, I'm liking the 3 and the 6. So 3 times 6. Inner plus outer equals middle. Inner, I have 3x. Outer, I have 6x. To make -9 middle, I would need both of these to be negative. So that means both of these would be negative. And a negative times a negative will give me the positive I need for the positive 18. So this is working. Now I can set each of these equal to 0 and solve to get my solutions. So here I have x is equal to 3 and x is equal to 6. So these are the x values, but I still need the y values, so it's sort of like this. Alright, I have x values of 3 and 6. By the way, you should always take a quick peek to make sure that none of these are excluded values. So let me just mention that quickly here. The only denominator I have here at the beginning is this x minus 4. That means that x cannot equal +4. Okay, that's an excluded value. Neither of these are excluded, so we're good. Anyway, back to business. We need the y values. So the easiest way to get the y values right now would be to use this equation. So y is equal to x minus 5. We don't need a calculator for this, so it'll just be 3 minus 5 and 6 minus 5. 3 minus 5 is negative 2, and 6 minus 5 is 1. So that means our final answer, our two solutions, are 3 comma negative 2 and 6 comma 1. Okay, so we have solved this system of rational equations. Now, it's very interesting to look at this graphically. You could use a graphing calculator, or these days we all carry a graphing calculator in our pockets. We call it a cell phone because it also, you can call people on it. But it is in fact a graphing calculator. So let's look at it that way for right now. Using the Desmos app or website, that's what I'm going to do. This is a really cool tool. Y equals 2 over x minus 4. So we can go y equals 2 over x minus 4. And we can just get a quick glance at what that equation looks like. And then we have a y equals x minus 5. Okay, so that's the second equation. So y equals x minus 5. So what we have is, we have this hyperbola over here with the two branches, and then we have a straight line with the x minus 5. So the solution to a system is going to be the points of intersection. So you can see the line and the hyperbola are intersecting at these 2 points, 3 comma negative 2 and 6 comma 1. And those are the points that we found. Okay, so if you had access to a graphing calculator, this is how you could have solved it graphically as well.